Good afternoon. My name is Crystal Ingle, and I'm a special education teacher in Roanoke County. Today, I'll be sharing information on research-based best practices for assessing students with mild to moderate disabilities. To understand a student's educational needs, it is imperative to use an all-encompassing approach in gathering data and information on our students. When collecting data, we need to collaborate with the student's parents, general educators, administrators of the school, therapists, counselors, and any other stakeholders. Attention to detail and integrity of the data collection should be paramount while considering any cultural, language, and socioeconomic dissimilarities. Assessments should uncover students' strengths and needs and review the school environments to identify possible supports or hindrances to students' academic progress. Each collaborator gathers and interprets data from multiple sources, such as interviews, adaptive and developmental scales, formal and informal observations, behavior records, peer interactions, criterion and norm referenced measures, or other possible data sources. All of this information is used to craft a truly individualized view of the student's strengths and needs. At this point, collaborators will come together and create a plan that is in the best interest of that student. The plan can include goals, accommodations, modifications, or additional services, including occupational therapy, speech pathology, physical therapy, and others. As educators, how do we check for understanding in our classrooms to help determine a student's strengths and needs? We are on a mission to seek and find who shows understanding or mastery of a concept and who needs more support. In some ways, this collection of data comes naturally as we walk through the classroom, we listen to student interactions, or we examine their classwork. Another avenue that we use is technology to assess our students with exceptionalities, or all students. Some brief examples and things that you may be familiar with are Gimkit, Kahoot, quizzes. In our district, we use these to assess students and to allow the students to create their own multimedia presentation to show understanding. We've had students create PowerPoint presentations to show knowledge of math terminology, such as A, B, C, D on a page. A would be for addition. They would have to describe that and continue on through the presentation. We have also used it for students to show their knowledge of things like person versus person, person versus nature, conflict, and English. We've used educational Minecraft to have students show slope in math, creating a roller coaster, and then making signs marking the slope. Giving students options to show understanding is important. When given options, other than typical paper and pencil or multiple choice tests, many more students are able to demonstrate their knowledge. By using multiple research-based assessments, we can truly determine strengths and needs. One student may perform well with a norm-referenced assessment, whereas another may need to respond orally to show their understanding of something. Just as we use research-based practices for teaching students with disabilities, including UDL, Universal Design for Learning, or Response to Intervention, RTI, Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports, PBIS, and Assistive Technology, we also need to assess them with research-based assessments that allow the students, including those with disabilities, to respond or show their understanding in a variety of ways. We cannot truly extract what they know without giving a way for them to respond that allows them to demonstrate what they know. There isn't one means of expression that will be optimal for every learner. Therefore, by using the best teaching practices and collecting data with fidelity, we are able to identify student strengths and needs, and in turn, make changes within the classroom and with assessments to the benefit of every student.